South Park is a show that's seen over 25 years of evolution. From construction paper cutouts to having the technology to make an episode in just 6 days. One of the things that have always stayed the same? Their fondness to bash on celebrities. Now, I've already seen plenty of South Park videos talking about the celebrities that got it the worst. So today, I want to talk to you about the celebrities that creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone actually liked enough to invite them on their show for a guest appearance. Admittedly, I've seen every episode of South Park more than a couple of times, which is kind of a weird flex.
Has absolutely no life.
But my point is that even I had no idea that some of these celebrities were on the show. So let's get right into it. The very first celebrity to be featured on South Park, George Clooney. Clooney appeared in episode 4 of season 1, Big Gay Al's Big Gay Boat Ride. For those that have seen this episode, you might be trying to think of what role he could have possibly played. One of the announcers? One of the homophobic parents? Well, actually no. He played Stan's gay dog, Sparky, who, according to Trey, was incredibly cool about it. That is some elite level voice acting. The idea of getting a massive celebrity to play an insignificant role is pretty damn funny. Though, not every celebrity, of course, thought the same. For instance, Jerry Seinfeld was a fan of the show in season 1. He went out of his way to contact Trey and asked if he could record a line. Trey responded with, "Sure, you can be turkey number 2. Let's just say that Jerry's ego was a little more fragile than George Clooney's. Michael Buffer. Buffer appears in the 10th episode of season 1 called Damien. It's an episode where Jesus and Satan are having a boxing match, so getting Buffer to be the ring announcer was a no-brainer. Our next guest appearance would be from Natasha Henstridge. She appeared as Miss Ellen in the episode Tom's Rhinoplasty. She actually had quite a few lines and played a significant role in the show compared to a lot of other guests on this list. When Trey was asked why he wanted her on the show specifically, he replied, "I thought she was pretty hot in Species." In the next episode, Mecha Streisand, musician Robert Smith played himself. And in the final episode of season 1, Cartman's mom is a very nice lady. Jay Leno makes his South Park debut as
No, Kitty, this is my corned beef cabbage.
Mr. Kitty, where, like Clooney, had no real lines other than meowing. Though this would pay off for Jay Leno as he would get another guest appearance in South Park in season 2.
And now here's your host, Jay Leno.
Henry Winkler also makes an appearance in this episode as the kid-eating monster. And now the episode with the most celebrity guest appearances, Chef Aid. This episode features many musicians and bands who all played themselves and did their own vocals. From these bands and musicians, we have Rancid, Ween, Primus, Elton John, Meatloaf, Rick James, DMX, Devo, and my personal favorite, Ozzy Osbourne. In the first episode of season 3, we get a guest appearance from Jennifer Aniston. She plays Miss Stevens in the Rainforest episode, and I think she does a pretty damn good job.
No! I hate the rainforest! You go right ahead and plow down this whole fucking thing!
And also in season 3, we have a guest appearance from Korn, who is playing themselves, and I'm starting to notice a pattern that bands and musicians are all asked to play themselves, and I'm all for it. Moving on to season 4, we have Richard Belzer playing as Loogie in the Tooth Fairy's Tats 2000. Up next, we have Cheech and Chong, who play the fake Native Americans in the Cherokee Hair Tampons episode. This is probably one of the more instantly recognizable guest appearances on South Park. I mean, even when I was a kid, I could instantly tell that it was them right away.
These here are Cherokee hair tampons.
The episodes Trapper Keeper and Helen Keller the Musical feature director Keith Davidson as kindergartners? Yeah, I don't really understand this one. Malcolm McDowell is the narrator in the episode Pip. Over the years, this episode has been relentlessly shit on by South Park fans, and I agree, it's not great. But McDowell was honestly not bad in this role, and this part sent me into a laughing frenzy when I rewatched this episode.
Nutmeg-filled Yorkshire puddings. Hello, I'm a British person.
And for our final guest appearance of Season 4, we have Louis Price as Cornwallis's singing voice.
I think I see now.
I'm the pool of the antelope.
One of the more underrated South Park moments. If you don't know who Louis Price is, he was in the Temptations for a few years. Good R&B and soul singer. Moving on to Season 5, we only have one guest appearance, and that comes from Radiohead in Scott Tenorman Must Die.
Who are you?
With that band, Radiohead.
Nobody asked, but this is my favorite episode of all time. What's your guys' favorite episode? Season 6 is actually the first season without a guest appearance. In Season 7, we only have one, and that's Norman Lear, who voices Benjamin Franklin in the episode I'm a Little Bit Country.
Franklin. It's Mr. Franklin. Franklin.
Oh, Benjamin Franklin. It's Franklin.
I've not found much info on the internet about this, but I would have to imagine that Norman Lear was a pretty big inspiration to Trey Parker because Norman Lear developed All in the Family, which is a sitcom that Trey Parker actually really liked, even though he later said he hated sitcoms. He got a lot of inspiration for Eric Cartman on Archie Bunker, who was the fictional character in that show. I don't know. I can't find much info about this, but you would have to imagine that Trey really adored Norman Lear. And he lived till 101, R.I.P. Season 8 also only has one guest appearance, and it's in the episode You Got F'd in the A. Another top tier episode, by the way. But Yao Ming voices Yao in that episode. Season 9 has Wing, who plays Wing in the episode Wing? In The Losing Edge, absolute banger, by the way, Diedrich Bader plays Bat Dad.
Do not cross the Bat Dad!
I also think that Heather Swanson is voiced by Diedrich, but I can't find confirmation of that anywhere on the internet other than people saying, yeah, their voices sound familiar. Let me know what you guys think.
And that's exactly what a transphobe would say!
And next we have a repeat guest. It is Jonathan Kimmel. If that last name sounds familiar, that's because he actually is Jimmy Kimmel's brother. This is something I had no idea about until recently. But here's the list of roles that he has played in South Park. He's played Peter Griffin, Gandalf, John Travolta, the Israeli egg assassin, Jakarta, and his brother Jimmy in Fish Sticks. Good one, guys. I should also add he has been in the writer's room for 6 of the seasons of South Park. In Season 10, Episode 1, The Return of Chef, Peter Serafinowicz plays Darth Chef. If you didn't know, he also plays the voice of Darth Maul in Star Wars Episode 1. In the episode Miss Teacher Bangs a Boy, Katherine Howell plays Miss Stevenson. Nice. Robert Amsler plays Arnold Schwarzenegger in It's a Jersey Thing. I think I can see the resemblance here. Now, as someone making researched content, I should not be biased, but I'm gonna be biased anyways. The best guest star in all of South Park, with multiple roles on the show, Bill Hader. He's played Alec Baldwin in Let Go, Let Gov, Plex in Taming Strange, Steve in Grounded Vindaloop and Happy Holograms, Tom in Naughty Ninja's sponsored content, Truth in Advertising, and my personal favorite, Farmer Number 2 from You're Getting Old.
What bird?
Bill Hader was really involved in the writing room from seasons 15 until 19, but we knew it wouldn't last forever as he's an actor and celebrity in his own right, and he's been doing pretty good since he left South Park. In the episode Cartman Finds Love, Brad Paisley plays himself. In season 18, Sia does the vocals for Lord's song, Feeling Good on a Wednesday. Also in season 18, we have the episode Rehash and Happy Holograms, where PewDiePie makes an appearance as himself. Well, we're getting close to the end, and something you've probably noticed is that a lot of these guest appearances happened early on in the show. I guess Trey and Matt just kind of decided, hey, we have enough employees here, but there are still a few good ones left. I just want to say, if you're still watching up to this point, I'm a new YouTuber. Consider subscribing if you watched this far, and yeah, let's finish off strong. In season 20 of South Park, Elon Musk made his South Park debut, and he would be in 3 episodes voicing himself. members only, not funny, and the end of serialization as we know it. In season 21, Josh Gad would play Marcus Preston. He played Olaf in Frozen and also was very involved in the Book of Mormon. In season 22, episode number 5, titled The Scoots, Lex Lang would be the narrator. Lang is a voice actor known for playing Dr. Neo Cortex in the Crash Bandicoot series. He also had a role in Jujutsu Kaisen and Lupin the Third. Brock Baker would appear in season 23's episodes Banned in China and Tegrity Farm's Halloween Special. He would play Winnie the Pooh. Baker is a content creator on YouTube who has done a lot of voice acting in his life. Our final 2 guest appearances would come from 2 actors. Becca Scott would play Sophie Gray in the episode Basic Cable, and Andre Holes would play Sergei Shoigu in Back to the Cold War. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know who your favorite celebrity guest appearance is on South Park, and I'll see you in the next video.